while we're here, shall we take care of that other task we were entrusted with as well?
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Or so I've learned.
You've come! Glad to see you, Fred. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
It is no great shock to me.
Worse things than turning in early, traveling in other worlds.
Shall we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Off we go then.
A new day, a new perspective.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Barely lift their swords.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only ask so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
'Tis not our place to hurry the arisen.
Beg pardon, sir. I mustn't be distracted.
We've naught to discuss.
Perchance you've heard. The Sovereign, wounded in glorious combat with the dragon, is recovered at last. No tidings could be more joyous. Indeed, 'tis a weight off my heart to think that our fair Vermund shall once again be governed by a true ruler.
Now, hubris is man's worst enemy. It is our duty to see this beast.
Good to see you, Master.
This is no life.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho ho! To think if only my collection were complete. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be sent, and 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my... If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you consider the man's home is located in Bakbatal. You need only tell him that I...
Who might have the answers we need? Shall we ask around?
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the pass.
Sir Ludolf's lust knows no bounds. This time he's set his sights on the Watchhead's missus. Still, however pressed, no man is like to hand her his own wife. But his lordship doesn't take no for an answer. He employed his usual method, which is to say, he dispatched the Watchhead on a mission to slay a Dullahan. Poor old Gregor departed last night. That's the sort of man that noble is, you see. Naught noble about him, if you ask me.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame. To forget their location when we need them most.
That tyrannical son...
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
They can be most convenient, though they travel only during the day.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
I'm about ready to fall asleep on my feet.
Are the new recruits battle
Too
ready
early
yet?
to set out.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
I look forward to seeing your marksmanship.
Twill take a better mind than mine.
It's been a hard day.
What brings you here?
Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time, and many thanks to you. Lay still a while to go before we shift over.
Some of us
As a matter of fact, ours is a party of women, by and large.
And? I've no objections. Twas a bumpy ride, but we've arrived all the same.
Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey.
do let me know if you're in. Do let me know if you're in need.
Apologies, but I can't offer you a...
Come to think of it, different masters favor different horns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
You've given me much to think about.
It's good to see people in such high spirits.
Washing.
Would that I could shed my cares.
Chores ne'er end. Interested in my wares?
Wonder if there's any easy work.
Not to look forward to, but a long...
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
Well, come, if you think me a liar, then buy something. The creation of a masterpiece take. Hope to see you again.
Not good will come of this.
Don't I know that lass from somewhere?
Wonder if it's good to see people in such high spirits.
Go on, have a look.
Well, comes, if you think me a liar, then buy something. The item you requested is complete. Many thanks to you.
I'd fain put down my...
This is not good.
Fancy a broken arm? Why, that's my speciality.
Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer...
Nothing left to
Oi.
fight.
Especially rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
Unless there's coin in it, I'm not interested.
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
I'll incur the same spell and will overwhelm our foe without divine magic.
I must admit that it feels wonderful to strike through.
Don't let up now. One of us will be ready.
Cannot let down our guard even for a moment, lest victory slip away from us.
Fear not. It is well in hand. Defeat of this foe is hardly worth boasting about.
Bear in mind, pride begets peril.
Any last words?
A battle avoided is a battle won, I suppose.
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment.
It is as you said.
We polished it this morning.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed. Oh! I'd not have thought we'd find one here.
Our collection grows. Interesting. I shall...
What?
Excellent. Just what I was hoping for.
You want to play? All right. You! You looking to jump?
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up.
This ox cart's bound for the I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Do watch where you're going. You'll hurt yourself one of these days.
Oh, don't mind me. These things happen.
We've got goblins!
Shame I've no advantage against the foe. Are we all in the same boat?
No! I beg you! You've my thanks. Here you are.
Methinks there are rare materials to be found hereabouts.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find? I can do no less in service to the Arisen.
I like that.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Really now, what do you do?
this one.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
I'll put this to use. The enemy has called reinforcements. It seems they mean to match our might through strength of numbers.
Wish me to return? At once, Master. What is that, a tower? Nay, a statue.
From this distance, I cannot be sure. We shall have to make our way over to it.
My magic is at your disposal.
Much obliged. Here you are. Tis a reward.
Wolves there!
Let me get that. Purity ought to do the trick. yourself.
To think I'd be caught unawares. I am ashamed.
Let us pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and try not to slip up again.
You keep your life, and I take the rest.
I'll not be done in
I'll make them pay for that in gold as well as blood.
See, you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? We are in dire need of rest. Let us make compromise.
Saved again! I'll redeem myself yet.
The Arisen has been drenched.
I'll incant the save spell and will overwhelm our foe without combined magics.
What say we get some rest? I'm not sure I could face a trek with my belly so full.
Look there! A chest. Allow me to open it, Arisen.
Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed. Alpha will soon be sorry to have challenged us. Was most effective. Arisen, you are full of surprises. I look forward to performing my Alpha.
Surely not!
How kind of you. Here you are. Some...
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
You have my protection.
That was impeccably timed, Arisen. Are we leaving already? Bother. I was just getting warmed up.
When tired, be sure to avoid open flame. They're leaving. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favour.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste. That's the spirit!
I nearly did as duty demands.
Not a bad idea. Take that!
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
You must cleanse yourself of that oil with no taste. One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
This calls for a curative. And I shall remain by your side.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up. My magics are at your disposal.
Fly off as soon as you can.
Sights up for the rest of us, Arisen.
Well done. Oh, what does this say?
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
Be sure to aim true.
Seems we've stumbled into Saurian territory.
Fire won't do much good here. Best try and...
Efficiency at its best.
Would that we might always be so in step, eh?
What is that, a tower? Nay, a statue.
From this distance, I cannot be sure. We shall have to make our way over to it.
As a matter of fact, one master I served was quite a carefree soul, shunning armor in all its forms.
You've given me much to think about. Feast your eyes on this!
You'll like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
Bad luck, sir. That's your best nab a wink at the end.
Nodding off where I stand. Sharp resist.
As I recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Also, I've learned.
Now here's a welcome sight.
Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Aye. Tell is her ties to this figure from the neighbouring country have a
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, it's the sort I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his...
This really is fun, Constantine.
Come take a look. You'll be glad you did. Always a pleasure.
'Tis most exhilarating to hand over such a sum.
Aye, got some coin to spare your humbles? Much appreciated. Gather round, treat. Your ears to a tale by a master.
Saurians!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Was most effective!
One of us is being drenched.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my... Aye, got some coin. Much appreciated.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find.
And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, and you're focused.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Not forgotten by history in spite of his word. Awoke once more foot across the chamber. In a panic he started out the front door he left to behold approach a knight as he slept. 'Twas a mysterious figure, but the incredible the better to know. Yet he did not get near, for afore him stretched the sea. The figure was striding through waters up to
Whoa!
I'm dead on my feet. The safer the roads, the...
What's life like?
Fine fettle today.
Welcome.
Hasn't anyone got coin to spare?
Peruse at your leisure.
Sure to taste better than it looks.
I'm in no hurry to leave. How are we to fight with such worn-out gear? Suppose I ought to earn my pay. One very Such quietude is a blessing. Time to be heading home.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any... The doctor examined him afore and said... Yet e'er since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel. There is no medicine that can heal him. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg only for your patience. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him...
Home, you...
Dear, we are...
All right, he's staying.
I will look after him.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
A few hours sleep. Interested in my wares?
Rejoice, my darling, for your Albert.
Welcome home, dear.
I spend my days spinning yarns, only to come home to a wife for whose radiance I have no words. If there...
Oh, you bold-faced flatterer.
What would you of me?
I can't stand the sight of you. I've not the patience.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Go on, have a look. Ho there.
What might you need?
Is it only? I seem to recall someone else boasting of being the Arisen. Just be sure you play your part well, whatever the truth. A fellow Drake or two, and I reckon you'll earn the people's faith.
Listen up, you lot. Albert, aye. The ale's on me tonight, so...
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Keep those orders coming. This fearsome world of ours is best met with stiff drink. Interested in my wares?
Do to neglect proper nutrition.
Have a look.
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty. Lest you forget, 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself.
Only fools walk into peril.
Wonder if there's any...
Go on, have a look.
A tad rowdy, but I shan't complain. Could barely drag my ass out of bed.
It's so dull when there's nothing doing. I'm dead on my feet. Got something for me?
Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, not to mention, I have to find the Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the road? You would procure it yourself. I am grateful beyond words, sir. In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some miasmite? The slums are a bane to the body's humors, and its residents are oft prone to illness. We do what we can with what little we have, but your aid is most appreciated.
Tellings, miasmite can be harvested from phantoms, monsters that wander the world a night.
I think I get the idea.
Wonder if there's any in my wares to be had. Go on, have a look. Almost wish all would happen to shake things up.
Seems normal to cure our desire for oblivion.
Interested in my wares? If I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go away.
I'm in fine fettle today. Only fools walk into peril unprepared. I'm off.
Go on, have a look.
Where's my dagger? My claws could use
Stock
it.
up on
Sets
the
my
basics.
thoughts
Flour,
sundown this
salt,
place.
fats.
A few hours sleep ought to help. order my
Interested
thoughts.
in my wares?
Damn nobles
I'm
do
in
nothing.
fine fettle.
Guns
I
with
know
sweet
that
meats
lass
and ale.
from somewhere.
A hard day's work, is it too?
Go on, have a look.
Sets my
Barely
thoughts
dragged my arse out of bed.
place. Only fools walk into peril unprepared. I'm off.
Interested in my wares? Wonder if there's
Ain't
any
nothing but
easy
trouble
work
working
to
here.
be had.
My grey matter requires a little stimulation.
Go on, have a look. Got to work if I'm to
Damn
put
nobles
bread
do
on the
nothing.
table.
Guns with
puts me
sweet
right
meats and ale.
This is it. This is my moment. I mustn't
Interested
falter.
in my wares? Got to work if I'm
Puts
to
me
put
in the
the
mood
bread
for
on
a
the
song.
table.
Always another errand to see to.
Only fools walk into peril
Go
unprepared.
on, have a
I'm
look.
off.
Suppose I'd best get to work.
I don't feel safe.
Barely
My bed,
dragged my
please.
arse out of bed.
And I shan't resist.
Interested in my
Walk into peril
wares?
unprepared. I'm off.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
I'll soon be
Crowds make for easy pickings.
A brisk walk
Go
won't ease my
on,
mind.
have a
but
look. I end up feeling
this hustle
weary
and bustle
even
puts
after
me
a
right
day
in
of rest.
I don't feel safe here.
This is no place to compose my thoughts.
Interested in my wares? Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
Oh, this won't do. I'm in no fit
What shall I
state.
get up to?
Go on, have a look. I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
Damn nobles do nothing but guns
Tad
with
rowdy,
meats and ale.
but I shan't complain.
Interested in my wares?
Drink is a vice of less.
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
Look at 'em.
Sets my thoughts down dark paths, this place.
Whatever am I to do?
Go on,
This
have a
is
look.
no place
Where's
to
my
compose my
car?
thoughts.
Wonder if there's any easy work.
I can't stand the sun.
Well, man, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff.
What would you of me? I'll have...
You want something?
A hard day's work, is it too?
My bed
Think
wounds,
about what's this.
and a sharp resist.
Just as it should be.
Go
Wish
on,
I'd been born
have
a
a look.
nobleman, son. Drink is a vice of lesser men.
The hour's grown late. Hilda's going to have my hide.
Interested in my wares?
Bunch of careless fools.
Getting back to
Can scarce afford to keep us fed these days.
Time to be heading home.
My legs are bare numb from walking about town.
I've got to sell off what I can while I'm in
Says
town.
I oughtn't be here.
time to be ready.
There's no easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
Naught of import ever happens here, anyhow. Must be the truth. The townspeople depend on me.
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
Can't help but talk in a whisper when I'm here.
I'll take any chance not to think on my troubles.
Too early for dinner.
Good before my day was so tranquil.
Getting proper rest is an important duty. A good sleep does wonders.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Shall we get underway?
I've trained for this.
But not at the expense of my duty.
Spend all day here.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears.
'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
We ought to put it to good use.
Wish I had someone to share this.
I'm ready for patrol.
going on?
I'm scared. Satisfied you.
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this.
It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Shall we get underway?
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
After you, Arisen.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
Off wandering about again, I see. Why are you so adverse to doing honest work?
You would ask the proud sire of House Berkeley to move crates? To scribble in ledgers? Preposterous!
Albert, see sense. That pride of yours has already ruined you once before. Do you mean to let it do so again? I don't believe I've had the pleasure, sir. Have we some business I'm unaware of? You mean to tell me that Albert has been playing the part of a beggar? That man who would sooner starve to death than lift a finger in the pursuit of honest labor? If this is a jest, it is in very poor taste. All the same, I shall test the truth of your accusation, and who better to make it plain for us than Albert himself? I will place these clothes somewhere about the house. If he has aught to hide, his reaction when he finds them will doubtless be very telling. You may visit us again in a few days' time. Fear not. I have no intention of causing a fuss.
Aye? What do you want?
Those new recruits could barely lift their swords. It's our duty to see this peace.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
Mayhap you've been misinformed, sir. But there isn't to be a mask. I regret to inform you that there is no...
Shall we pay Miss Daphne another visit? I find myself wondering how the young lass fares. If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
I ought to be getting home.
We have arrived.
Got something for me?
What to do? Hoy, Arisen! Say, do you know the river close by the church? That's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold ore. I was hoping I'll help too. I'll look for gold ore every place.
Now we seek gold ore. Though 'tis sold in shops, mining some ourselves might prove the better choice.
That's just what I was thinking. Here's a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
We ought to put it to good use.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sight.
We have aught we need to deliver, do we not? Let us find the intended recipient.
We'd best see to it post-haste, ere we forget.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? Wow! Listen, I was talking to the priests, and apparently our troubles aren't thanks. So, remember how I told... Now lots of people who live... The priests have been treating everyone as best they can. I want to help them. Apart from ask you, that is. Would you... Oh, thanks! I'll talk to the priests in the meantime. See if there's...
Now we've need of medicine. We can purchase it at shops, or make...
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Now that's just splendid! Oh, thank you, Arisen. This should be plenty. I'll take it to the church straight away.
'Tis a goodly deed we've done, aiding the sick. I only hope our efforts go a ways toward improving life in the slums.
That's just what I was thinking.
Oh, sir, pray excuse my boldness. Might I beg a moment of your time? My master is in need of aid, you see, and I'm hoping... Oh, thank you, sir. You cannot imagine my relief. Might we continue this conversation somewhere more discreet? You will find my master's manor in the noble quarter. Pray.
Turns my stomach, this does.
The
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty. The masquerades being as they are, much is made of appearances. Is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. Mayhap it would be prudent to visit the man on occasion. And now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it remuneration for your majesty's efforts.
A resounding success!
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, your majesty. A minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace, from the pains he took to remain unseen. 'Tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn.
There is only one acceptable outcome. Complete and utter success.
We're off to Vernworth Palace, then.
Someone to buy me a drink.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Do you know how long you'll be?
You... follow me! Tis best you move along. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one's standing watch there at all.
What business could be so pressing that I must be...
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive...
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring.
My lord...
Oh, unring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare now. If Wilhelmina calls, tell her to awake.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, your great...
Those new recruits could barely lift their sword.
All my troubles here.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. Is that all you have to say for yourself? 'Tis sweet of you to mind your manners, but such niceties won't get you far with me. Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should you have the gold for it. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill have to...
Mayhap you've been
I'll admit, I did worry you'd forgotten me.
Oh, you came, sir. I must confess, I feared you would not, but I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I aspire. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. It is my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby—
Diana! Would you paint my mother a criminal? Ahem. Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master,
Diana has the right of it, though I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and whenever I am absent, she grows. By leaving a look-alike in the house, would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid! Thank you so very much.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl.
I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim. As a true, I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighbor. Let me see. It reads, "Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made." A meager clue, to be. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent can. Though the political situation is stable at present, I fear such a partnership would only. At any rate, to seem our search has led us to only more questions. I will investigate these matters as best I can. Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot, and ere it slips my mind. Pray, take this.
Phasus. Now there's a name to remember.
As a reward for your majesty, you will of course require rank.
Sets my foot so dark past this must be my winter coat broken.
I know. It's a secret, right?
Ne'er in my wildest...
I've not got food atwixt.
Ah, a material. Useful things, these.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
A world without drink would be a much bleaker place.
My bed calls. I shan't resist.
invited yourself into my camp? Hoy, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank... You wanted to ask me? So, this... I mean, I don't know the... Besides, are you sure we can trust... All right, I'll do it. But...
It's been a hard day.
Many rumors to be had around here.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
I could use a little fun to brighten my day. I could use a bit of peace and quiet. I worked hard today. I think I'll earn a rest.
Twas in the slums that I witnessed you. Look, young master.
Indeed. Diana, will you...
As you wish, young master.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery. And she was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a...
All is ready, young master. You need only for...
Let's see. Ah, I almost forgot. Let's see. Ah, I almost...
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped it's not only poison the plant.
Let's... Ah, I almost forgot.
You know, I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that
Well then, I must confess, I only hope I've not You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? Let's see. Ah, I almost forgot.
The lands around Melve is not only poison the plants inflict, but...
Thanks, sir. I hear the Thanks, sir. I hear the safest way to get to Melve is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with...
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises. It seems Master Sebastian is lacking a few supplies. Shall we gather what springs to mind?
Well met, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated... to the foremost hospital. Much obliged.
I fear I've no wisdom to offer.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Well then, I must confess, I only hope I've... You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain. Now, I really must...
Take care, young...
Come back safe!
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall...
I've been here so long.
What shall I do today?
So tired. Look, that is the thing to tie my boots.
I'm not the only one who's been busy.
You!
Riding in an ox cart. Would be a welcome reprieve.
They can be most convenient.
This ox... I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Got nothing to fear.
I'm in fine fettle today.
The master, goblins!
That's the spirit!
Make him quick. I ain't keen to drag this.
You trying to pass me off? I'll put this to use.
Go with them. I'll fell that thing myself. There you are. You will
this foe, really.
Tis often shared by most.
This is reactionary, lashing out when attacked. Not this to our advantage.
Don't worry.
Poison ought to be cured with all due haste.
Watch out! Strike hard enough, you might not have to live twice.
Strike fast and true, and that quarry shall fall.
My thanks. What would I be without you?
On my way.
Show yourself!
'Twas a lesson in determination.
Somehow I knew you'd come. You have my gratitude as well, sir.
Ulrika, glad I am to see you unharmed. You must
Forgive me. I'd best go. But I shan't forget this.
That wasn't the dragon, but a poor imitation of it. No wonder I feel so hollow. Sigurd, you're the current Arisen, aren't you? I pray you do not walk the same path as I. 'Tis a style all my own, a patchwork of techniques, honed for the sole purpose of slaying the... That wasn't the dragon, but a poor imitation of it. 'Tis a style, a patchwork of techniques.
I've a selection of wares that shook. Or to please. Hope to see you again.
Nothing caught your eye? Ugh, that's a shame. Let's hope there's aught worth our coin next time.
Here to ask all of me, are you?
He really ought to have returned by now.
We're...
Let me think on this.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my ears.
Not much going on.
Wasn't sure we'd survive that, but...
My bed.
I dare like to showcase a performance. He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. I'm in no hurry to leave. Heading home.
sleep on my woes.
Well met, sir. How might I be, sir? Well met, sir. How might do come again?
Come rain or shine, I'll make the best of it.
We're saved.
We really ought to have returned by now.
Lots to do, and precious little time.
At any rate, adventuring is toilsome.
This ox cart's bound for Burnworth. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Are we leaving already? Bother. I was just getting warmed up.
All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose?
My thanks, sir.
I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. Splendid. Now, the carts only depart, and mind you don't forget to pay your way before you board. Each cart travels with, so anyone thinking of riding, but enough of my lecturing. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time. Come find me when you've delivered that letter.
We ought to see this to its destiny.
Where are you going?
I'm sure I can handle this. Quite sure.
Not good. What kind of...
This ox cart's bound. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Stuck to the passenger comes along.
My body's not
I'll
forgiven me
sleep
for
like a
last night's
rat.
scuffle.
In no hurry to leave.
It's quiet about.
Can't work as late as I used to anymore.
My medals, and I shan't resist. How am I to do? He
really...
I see not even the Arisen could resist my...
Is that you, Norbert? Oh, fie. Wait, listen. The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs, and I'll go and search for him myself, only I'm not afraid of monsters, so I thought, mayhap, please, sir. I worry for my many thanks. Go into the forest. This won't work, will it? But my brother and I are the only ones who... I suppose there's only one thing. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. I'll need you to watch out right.
Let us make haste, that no life may be lost on our account.
Kentwood Road, Autumn's awry. Wish I didn't have to work to earn my bread.
It's this way, son. I'm on to the tavern.
Your ability to trip over nothing never ceases to amaze me.
Oh, don't mind me. These things happen. Methinks there are rare materials to be found hereabouts.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
This is a good spot. I've camped here with my brother many a time.
I learned of a forgotten rift stone in this area during my time beyond the rift. I can take you to it, if you like.
Follow me.
A decent spot to make camp.
Follow me. We ought...
The battle continues.
Seems naught ever goes right.
Can anyone hear me?
Norbert, are you hurt?
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
You must cleanse yourself of that oil, post-haste.
so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed. That was impeccably timed, Arisen.
Feast your eyes on this!
Aye, 'twas a near thing.
I think I'll be all right.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother.
From where I'm standing, all that... Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of... The sooner the better. I've got to
Aye, you'll hear no complaints from...
'Tis our duty to protect our charge from harm.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
It is generally used as a material.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
Back at last.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can...
Good on you. You wonder why I don't follow him? So when my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join, and I was right. But mayhap none of the... My brother is always the one taking the initiative. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward, we managed to save Norbert. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of... So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts.
With Sir Norbert safely returned, Melv shan't lack for medicinal herbs. 2 good deeds in... one, you might say.
Aye, what can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? It is a fair way you've come, then. My thanks. She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's taken to inquiring after my health at the turn of every season.
Making our report ought to be our next priority.
It's this way.
I'll take the night watch. Just forget it.
This sort of quiet means all's well.
Apologies, but I can't.
Swapping stories is one of life's great pleasures.
Well met, sir. There's no easy thing. Making a soul.
This might be worth a read.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
What to make of this?
Oh, the sight of yon ox cart has brought all my fatigue to the fore. Shall we climb aboard?
I'll not take this ox cart's back. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Ingredients are plentiful here. Bouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Ah, you've returned. Splendid. The cart reached its destination, safe and sound, and from...
Ox carts seem a convenient choice for longer journeys. I see. no harm in making use of them as needed, Master.
'Tis as you say.
Good tidings, friend. As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. You see, I grew so fond of the... And that's when I thought... I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my... Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with... Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope...
Compares to a real bow.
What did I do to deserve this?
Would all right
It was a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Oh? Did it pertain to the Queen Regent? And an important personage, perchance?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
Busy with their own affairs, I see. You need a permit to enter Batal, but rumor has it that it's easier for beastrons to obtain. That's led to some people acquiring beasts. Come to think of it, I've nary a clue as to where one would go.
Ah, those garments you gave me had a marked effect. Albert set off. To be frank, I've not the slightest interest in the man, but he can surely benefit this. In short, you've done us all a service.
And so the flighty noble is put back in his cage. Ugh, I do wonder if 'twas truly for the best. But what's... Done is done.
Feels eerie with
Home at last!
Welcome home, young master.
Thank you, Diana. I am glad to be back. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found what I sought. A blue sunbright, the sigil of our house. I only hope Mother will be pleased.
Oh, a blue sunbright. I thought they were make-believe.
Oh no. Rather rare, though, and particularly to Melv. I'm surprised you've heard of them, to be frank.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated to the Gracious Hand. I asked Sir Kendrick about it. He told me the flower's name.
A picture, you say?
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of the Gracious Hand over the years.
For true?
I think I could arrange that.
Yes. Well, as for me...
All this racket! What's going on? Good gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious...
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not do be sure to leave the house and fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you, you may take pride in who you are. Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone. You have some
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
The air certainly took a fell turn back there. Perchance we stepped on aught we shouldn't have.
Goodness, I hardly know what to think.
Predicament.
I've a nose for
'Tis a ladder. Shall we... You see where it leads?
Ah, excellent find.
Legs are stiff as boards after training.
What to look forward to but a long day of work.
You can't stand much more of this. There are worse things than turning in a...
Tis an odd thing to wake after the sun has fallen.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
I hope you slept well?
My bed. As sharp as this. Won't someone do aught about this?
Our soldiers need better training.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
'Tis not our place to hurry the arisen.
I regret to inform you that there is no...
I can't stop. I've got to keep moving.
pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
I'll feel a sight better once I've had my dinner.
Can't complain. Wouldn't say no. Nice, juicy, decent townsman.
Ah, how I've longed. Tis an odd thing to wake after the sun has fallen.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
A new day, a new perspective.
Won't someone do aught about this?
We shall remain here.
The masquerade is already underway, sir. It will be a long night.
Like children at a fair, only we drink more wine.
On stage with backache like this.
Our first sovereign in decades.
We shed our faces at the door, so too our...
Everyone who dances with me complains of...
So, tell me more.
I shan't let...
Might as well make merry while the wine...
The occasion demands we forego.
Have you heard?
I shan't let anything... I find dressing for these occasions awfully tedious. Winning over the sun. Preparations key.
I'm a tad preoccupied just...
Perchance you've heard. The Sovereign, wounded in glorious combat indeed. is a weight off my heart to think that
I fear I've not useful. I'm just grateful.
Best to remain sober.
Surely these...
These festivities... All this revelry in war...
No time to talk, Hammer.
What now? We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. Now, we who are gathered here...
If you've not just...
Just between you and me, my task is to seek out items of 'tis an enigma, forged of strength. So back and forth I go on an endless string.
All I can do for you.
I will see to it.
I pray someone asks me to dance ere long. I pray someone asks me to
I shan't let... Might as well make me...
Methinks I'll have a rest. My feet...
Got any tales to...
Now, we who are gathered...
Armate preoccupied.
Beg pardon, sir, but I'm on duty at present.
My sword arm could use some work.
Twouldn't do to...
I shan't let anything spoil.
I'd sooner stay out, but my list of duties grows ever longer.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident. My sword arm could use some work.
I hardly know what to do with myself anymore.
I find dressing for these occasions awfully tedious.
teeth in a real battle.
Still waiting on that report.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour all you like.
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean, as you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. Come see me in my bordlery. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me.
At least all my patrons have been kind so far.
did you go, Master? 'Twas dreadful lonesome without you.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
Quite the predicament.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
We ought to put it to good use.
Now, where was I headed?
Welcome.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. As a true, I have been pursuing all of the channels. Would your Majesty be willing to venture to... Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes, even were he to be removed. I suspect some other would simply be made to take it. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phasus, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty. Thank you.
So the forces of Queen Regent Disa and this Phasus fellow are all working together? It's quite the sordid trio, eh?
Mystifying.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim, do not forget that we work to...
Could have sworn I had ought to.
Well met, sir. Always the same.
Got to crack a few skulls if you want to be not within four ever happens here, anyhow.
I'm in fine.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Do you perchance remember me? You once knew me as maid to the young master, so back well. I'm his maid no longer. Tell no other soul of this. But the girl I had you fetch was none other than Sebastian's own twin sister, afeard of inviting conflict over their inheritance. Daphne's family branded her a cursed babe and sent her away. Yet the loss of her newborn child drove the mist. I had hoped the sight of her long-lost daughter might would seem it was not to be. I haven't seen my husband in some time.
We have found the material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Surrounded by winches on all sides.
At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed. Oh! I'd not have thought we'd find one here.
Our collection grows. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. It's dark enough to warrant the use of your lantern, Master.
Oh, what luck! 'Tis a chest.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
I can't bear it.
I must admit that it feels wonderful to strike true. Don't let us down!
Full relieved am I to greet another dawn.
The sun will always rise again. is a comforting thought.
Fret not. I'll make the pain go away. Hold on. Stay right there.
I appreciate. Take this with my. I expect this would fetch a fair sum at market.
Perhaps fortune has deigned to aid us at last.
See you things ready. Fly off as soon as you can.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes.
Lay down your arms.
Everyone has their own reasons for doing battle, but knowing that doesn't make it any easier to join the fray. It is as you say.
Are we ignoring the enemy today?
And I take the rest.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
shan't let you get away. One of us has been drenched.
Come on, don't
Think
drag
your
this
luck's
out.
run out, and mine's looking up.
And I take the rest.
I knew you would prevail, Master.
Keep on like that and we'll be done here soon enough.
Perhaps with somewhat overdone. No matter.
It is not an enemy to be taken lightly. We must strike boldly and with presence of mind.
As you say.
In another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
Look there. I espy another statue.
Why don't we go take a look?
A decent spot to make camp, assuming there are no monsters about.
Perhaps a short rest would do us good.
The pawns in this party are women all.
And? I've no objections. Seems there's no escaping them.
I have but 2 words for that performance. Utter perfection.
Just think what we could achieve if we honed our talents further.
code before you strike. Lashing out at random shan't see us to miss.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most. Visions of roast meat will dance in my head tonight, for all I've stuffed myself. So, the path splits here.
Let us trust in ourselves and proceed with caution.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
I could look upon this sky for all eternity, if 'twasn't for the crick in my neck.
Keep gazing upward, and you're like to stumble ere long.
You there! Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
I don't know about you, Master.
You'd best go elsewhere. There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Oh!
A fine place to collect my thoughts. This is the inn. We've room to spare if you course. Nothing's free in this world. Glad to be of service, sir.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself.
Pray, light your lantern, Master.
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. You found me out far sooner than most. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in our fair village. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. If aught about our humble village seems, for 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require. To begin with, those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. Which is to say, you have my approval as the Thiefmeister. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Quite a bit, I should think. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see, and your title tends to make you stand out among the rumors we collect. You're the second arisen to come to Vermont, and you've allied yourself with Captain Brant against the Queen Regent. In response, she's... Oops. I mustn't say a... Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. I merely strive to maintain neutrality in political matters. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular power. Such is our village code. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say... Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye?
Take care then. You, sir, are worthy of inheriting my ultimate technique. Once mastered, it will allow you to fell all foes, both minuscule and mighty. Take it, and do with it what you will.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason. It seems we must part ways for the time being.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up.
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Go on. Ask away. Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester, but he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial, so the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar on his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in the lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here. This should do the trick. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential, but I'll show it to you.
You've my gratitude.
Just what I was waiting for.
How dare... You're the one, then?
This bodes ill.
Suppose I can finish it tomorrow. Got something for me?
Master, pray let me know beforehand if we are to meet somewhere different.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Do come again.
Well, it takes two to make a sale. And this cellar had nothing to tempt us with. Our funds are better spent.
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. You would know of our village? As you can see, is there aught else I can help you with, sir? Arthur. At least, no one by that name lives here, sir. Dara. In fact, if e'er you should meet him, pray inform him that he is as you like, sir.
This is the inn. Of course, nothing's free in this world.
Glad to be of service, sir.
Few could determine this village's secret at a glance. The truth is far stranger than anything I'd envisioned.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a... But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that? I see. If your majesty is certain that the two... but of course. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces, and all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have...
So
there is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim. Aught shall change once we have attended. If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, very well. Is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Do not forget that we work